chill for a minute, wait for a few more people to turn up. Hey, we're Shadow. Hey, Shadow, thanks for dropping in, mate. So just chill for a minute. Hey, there's the man I'm looking for. There's my trusty co-host, Dyno. Send him a co-host invite. Hope all's good with you, Shadow. All right, Dyno, the invite has been sent. Hopefully you've got it and we can get this show on the road. Here we go. How are you, Dyno? Can you hear me all right, mate?
What's up, Osman? Yes, sir. Sound good?
Excellent. How are we doing, all right?
Yes, just finished some dinner. I'm going to be washing some dishes in the next few minutes, but yeah, I'm doing well. How about you?
Yeah, good, mate. So washing dishes sounds exciting.
It's not, but you guys will help.
Yeah, I know. I don't know about you. I actually enjoy washing dishes. I find it very very relaxing and therapeutical.
Teach me how. That sounds nice.
Dish you how? So I suppose it depends on what you had for dinner and how many dishes you got to wash up. Hey, we got D in the house.
What's up, Shadow? What's up, D?
All right, I suppose now we've got some people with us, so we can kick this episode off with some trusty intro music. All right. Okay, everybody. Osman Collect 63 here, and this is VeVe Wednesdays, episode number 28. Wow, we're getting towards that 30 episode mark. And I'm joined by my trusty co-host, so the one, the only, when Nintendo, Mr. MiVidaVeVe, it'd be Dyno. How's things, Dyno?
Doing great. Looking forward to episode 30. We've got some more giveaways, but in the meantime, was it a slow week? Well, it felt a little slow.
Well, slow as in like a VeVe Market Watch wise, or just slow as in just work in general slow week? Because yeah, if you're talking about a work week, yeah, I'm feeling exactly the same. It's been a really slow week for me as well.
Yeah, my life work week wise been a little on the slow side, but I meant like in the Web3 space, but I might be snoozing on some news, so I'm not sure.
Well, there has been one or two big partnerships that have been announced this week. One being what's it, is it the Christine Vuitton, the fancy shoe brand? Apparently has just jumped in with VeVe and Marvel. So that could be potentially.
That's right, I did see that.
That could be potentially quite big. But that is in my list of things to talk about. But just a bit of acknowledgement. So we got O Squad in the house, Hinano, Shadow, D, Biggest Bro, Double Quill. Thanks for dropping in, mate. Biggest Bro, hope you had a very fantastic birthday, mate. Because I know you had a big meet up in Vegas with Arcade and VeVe Magic not long ago. Hopefully you're not still recovering from that, because from what I saw on the X Spaces, looks like you had a very good time.
Yeah, happy birthday, bro. Hope you had a great time. Looked like you did.
And just on the subject of birthdays as well, we also had Shawnee Poo's birthday. Also that was on Monday just gone. That was a great stream. So I jumped in for a little while, and had plenty of guests from the replay I saw back. He had Dokta Strange, Ronnie Lido, just to name a few, and there was also had a bit of help from the Real Uncommon podcast as well. So Hinano with D were there to back him up as well. So big shout out to them and big congrats. But yeah, really fun stream. Went for over 5 hours. Can you believe? I managed to jump on for about an hour or so, but it was like super late for me. But I'm glad I was able to stick around. But if I knew it went for 5 hours, I would have got some sleep and jumped on a bit later. But all good. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, definitely check it out on the Real Uncommon podcast. I think they've got on their channel, and it's also over on Shawnee Poo's YouTube channel as well. And we've got Hinano coming up to the stage. How are you, bro?
What's up, guys? How you doing? What's up, Ozman, Dyno, Squad, Shadow? I see my wife down there, the biggest bro, and Double Quill. What's happening, guys? How are you guys?
Oh, good, mate. Sounds like you're traveling.
Yeah, can you guys hear the background noise? I'm still I'm headed home right now. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's cool, good, mate. So how's the day been?
Oh, I think I've got like that slow blues like the rest of you guys. I don't know. It's kind of it was a drag ass day. How's your guys' day?
Yeah, Dana, you want to go first because your day is just ending, but mine's just beginning.
Yeah, I'm doing dishes, so it hasn't gotten a whole lot better. But we did some office work today, so it was slow. Not stressful though, so that's good. But yeah, always good to hear from you, Hinano. Thanks for tuning in and joining us up here on stage, even though you're driving. Always good hanging out with you.
Yeah, man, appreciate that. And also, thanks for tuning up to Sean's birthday on Monday. I kind of overheard you guys were talking about it. 5 hours. I gotta tell you, I don't know how Mo and BE do it, but man, I couldn't feel my I couldn't feel below my waist after that. It was kind of rough.
Got numb cheeks.
Yeah, I got some numb cheeks. But it was fun. A lot of people came through. We got to hear Sean's origin stories, and Cryptoys came through, did some unboxing with us, and we unboxed 4 grails that day, and I think 3 or 4 legendaries, something like that.
Oh wow,
it was a good stream.
Yeah, what a haul.
Yeah, I had a good time.
I wish I would have been able to join you guys. I was in the chat for like an hour or so, but I volunteer on Monday nights. But man, I would have loved to hang out with you guys and pull a few boxes, maybe catch a grail with you. That would have been nice.
Oh, we always got next time, Dyno. Yeah, no worries, man. I probably won't be doing a unboxing stream for a while since I'm cubeless now.
Yeah, you're broke.
Cubeless and broke. Yeah.
I'm exactly.
But I got a grail.
You got a grail? I got a grail.
Yeah, congrats on the grail, man.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Got this for you. So yeah, it's like Grail Club.
We made it.
That's it. Actually, just on the subject of Cryptoys, so there's a bit of speculation running around at the moment because obviously Will's over at the toy fair over in New York. I think is it New York at the moment, and there's been a lot of snapshots lately of certain brands starting to pop up all over the place. So what do we think about that?
I think Will is a master teaser, that's for sure. I also think he's very methodical on what he puts on the internet. So I think we might be seeing a few hints. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Double Quill for calling him out. She was like, "Hey, we've had plenty of teases over the years, like, you know." But I think, man, if anybody's gonna do it, it just seems like Will talks about Nintendo a lot, and obviously Nintendo's affiliated with Pokemon, and man, I just feel like they're perfect. They're the perfect brand. I love VeVe. It's my first love in terms of Web3, but Cryptoys just seems like it has the style, the vision that a brand like Pokemon and Nintendo would want. So I don't know. My money's on them. If Pokemon's coming into the space anytime soon, my money's on Cryptoys. Even though I want them to come on VeVe.
Yeah. Well, or maybe perhaps they might start on Cryptoys and then maybe they might filter over to VeVe. Maybe that might be a possibility in the future.
Yeah, and we've definitely seen some crossover, right, between those two brands with Star Wars and Disney, and there's speculation about Marvel. So I'm sure it's not going to be an exclusive license for whoever comes out with it first.
That's right, and
that's a good point.
And also, wasn't there a something on the X Spaces a while back saying that Will hosted a space and Ryan from VeVe jumped in, and apparently those two had a conversation. So we know that Cryptoys and VeVe are obviously talking behind the scenes. So it could possibly be like, you know, on the cards for maybe like, you know, like a collaboration of some kind further down the track, maybe. Obviously, like, you know, with licenses depending on that, but that's something I would like to see.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah, and I remember that space, and I thought they expressed the desire to do more like it. So it seems like they have a good relationship. And again, I mean, they both have the mentality that this is not dog eat dog. There's enough room for everybody, especially at this time. So plenty of room to work together, and yeah, hopefully, like we'll be able to bring Cryptoys into VeVeVerse, and there will be some crossover, I'm sure, with on chain and all that. So yeah, I'm excited for what they could do as a collaboration, especially with the gamification that Cryptoys has already shown. It's going to make it a lot more fun.
Yeah, definitely. So, Hinano, what do you reckon about a possible partnership between Cryptoys and VeVe?
I can see it happening, especially since Will and Ryan have been talking, and I was in that same space with you, Dyno. I remember we all kind of shared a moment because it was kind of special. They were talking about all types of life stuff. It wasn't even about collecting it. It was about life and deeper stuff than that. But I think we can definitely have a partnership now when it comes to who's going to get them first. I mean, that is an elusive license that anybody would want to get first before the other guy. If you really believe in first on the blockchain kind of a thing, right? And so, like, I know VeVe's got Alfred Kahn, and we all thought, okay, because they got Alfred Kahn, we've got Pokemon in the back pocket. But who knows? I think Pokemon, or whoever owns Pokemon, they're looking at everybody and wonder, and they're going to be very, very cautious on who they choose because sooner or later they're going to enter this space. And I'm with Dyno. I want them to enter in this space as a game first, and then enter into the space as a collectible after the fact. So I would love to see Cryptoys, or unless if VeVe somehow implements a game in the VeVeVerse, make it gamified. And yeah, I think you're going to see people come in droves. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, gamification would definitely be the way forward with Pokemon, considering like the amount of games that we've had in the past, like involved with Pokemon, like, and also if they come out saying they've got Nintendo as well, so we can have like our own version of like Pokemon. What they have, like Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium, and so that'd be good. Like, imagine having like your own Pokemon. You can collect them, you can battle them, like in the the Cryptoys game or the VeVeVerse or something like that. But yeah, definitely gamification would definitely be the way to get people in. What do you reckon, Dyno?
Oh, it's too perfect, right? And that's it's got to happen. I mean, their slogan is collect them all, right? So, Ash Ketchum is a collector, and so are we. So it would be super cool to have a game where we go out and we catch Pokemon, and then that's your, that's your toy, or that's your living toy, I guess you could call it. And yeah, Cryptoys is, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're the ones leading the way on the gamification of these digital toys. And so, man, that would be awesome. And again, like, hopefully they're working together, because this is a big feat. And I'm sure, I mean, Nintendo's got their pick of the litter. They're the ones with the best brand. And so they can afford to wait. We're not in a bull market yet. So, why not release right before all the hype starts hitting? That will create more hype and usher us into a bull market. So I think we got some time still before we see it, but I mean, I hear the drum beats, and so it feels like it's getting close.
That's it. The writing's on.
We have momentum building. Now, here's one thing I want to say that I've just noticed, and this is just me. Maybe I've got blinders on, but I've noticed from everything Will has shown and said, it somehow turns into fruition. Like Mickey Mouse, right? Remember he teased us and he went to Disney, and we were teased with the mouse with like a gift. Well, look what we got. We actually got Mickey Mouse. And so we're being teased with Pokemon. We're being teased. In fact, I saw that one little picture where he had, where he's at Toy Fair, and you can see the Hulk right next to like a Thai Beanie Baby, right? But this Thai Beanie Baby looked like a UFO, and the Hulk looked like a Mighty. It would look like how the Hulk would look like if a Cryptoy was designed as a Hulk. And so he has all these spoilers, these little things, these little hints he's given us, and I really think the writing's on the wall there. Yeah. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, and we, had the pleasure of talking to him on the Real Uncommon podcast. And again, I appreciate that opportunity. And you could just tell he's a genuine guy. He's not going to just tease for the sake of teasing. It's more of like his excitement as a fan and his excitement of building something that he wants to see, his daughter wants to see, and then he wants to share with everybody. So why build excitement just to let people down? I feel he's building excitement to deliver. And so, yeah, I could totally see that. And yeah, like you said, I mean, he's actually talked about Nintendo more than anybody I've heard in this space. And so my wheels were getting turning, like after hearing him in interview after interview, bringing up Nintendo, like making a point to bring up Nintendo. I'm like, oh man, like I think he's going to be the one to bring it.
I know, you're just like, say it, yeah. say it, say you've got it.
Exactly.
Dyno, you're gonna have to tag him in your posts now. You have to tag him alongside David Hughes.
I'm gonna have to, absolutely. He actually pays attention to tweets more often, so I didn't want to annoy him. But I mean, in terms of realistic outcomes, I mean, my money's on him.
Yeah, I mean, like in my opinion as well, I think VeVe and Cryptoys are probably the two strongest projects in the space at the moment. Probably followed very closely behind McFarlane, I guess. But yeah, no, definitely. I mean, like I would love to see Nintendo come to Cryptoys and VeVe for that matter. But yeah, but imagine you can like gamify like something like Mario. You can get like some Yoshis, some Marios, some Luigis, get a Donkey Kong. That'd be cool.
Oh, there's
so who would be the?
Yeah, go on.
Who would be like the three? Because so you would think we'd have three Cryptoys, right? Okay. Besides Mario and obviously Luigi, who would be the third person? Would it be Yoshi? Because he mentions Yoshi, or would it be like Princess Peach, Toad? Like, what would a Cryptoys look like for Wave 1?
Yeah, go on, Dyno, because Nintendo's your field. So you take this one.
Yeah, man. So it's weird, right? Because I think Yoshi is kind of Mickey's Pluto.
Yeah.
But then I can also see how, there's Leia and Luke, which are brother and sister. You would see Mario and Luigi, and then they had the villain, Darth Vader. So maybe Bowser. So I'm going to say Yoshi or Bowser. That's my guesses.
And also those are the ones that are probably like highly marketable as well, because everyone knows who, like, and anyone who's familiar with Nintendo and Mario always like can spot Yoshi or Bowser a mile away.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with those picks. That sounds like the first three that they would drop, and then you would save like maybe Yoshi, Princess Peach, and Toad for like the next one.
Yeah,
I could see. Peach and Toad are pretty closely linked, and then then you got the Bowser, he's in love with Peach type thing, or you can go with Yoshi, which I don't think has as much of a connection. So maybe using that logic, I would say maybe Yoshi comes with Mario and Luigi, and then Bowser goes with Peach and Toad. But who knows, man?
Or maybe Yoshi's an accessory that you ride.
Ooh.
Right?
Maybe you get an egg and hatch him.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that could be cool. Yeah. But then Will's up.
Imagine
you go.
Oh, go ahead. Can you imagine an ultra rare where like they touch the star, right? And now they're like starified. You know what I mean? And that's what the ultra rare looks like.
Wait. Have to think of that for like accessories. You can have like your mystery box, and you can start having accessories like your mushrooms and your fire flowers and your leaf that turns you into the raccoon so you can fly. Imagine things like that.
Dude. Yes. See, now that's next level stuff. Because if we're thinking of how they've already rolled things out, then it could be, the different rarities, right? Where like, Star Mario is maybe the Ultra Grail or something, and then you've got the blown up version, you've got the fire version, you've got the raccoon, the flying raccoon, or like you said, I mean, they could just go next level with it and give accessories where you could morph your guy. So
that one.
Yeah, that would be super cool.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. And also as well, like, because
what do you think, Hinano?
Yeah, go on, Hinano.
Oh, did I raise my hand? Sorry, guys. No, I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay, well, I was going to put in, like, you know, because Will's also spoke about having the different tier levels as well. Like, you know, I think it was an adventurer tier, and there was another one in there as well. But imagine for like the sort of cheaper entry point is that you can have, like, you know, your more like sub level characters. Like, you can start having, like, you know, your Koopa Troopers or your Shy Guys or your Boos or something like that. Like, you know, that'd be another cool thing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so curious what they're going to do, how they're going to roll that out, and what that's going to look like. And that sounds like a great idea.
You guys, we're all stuck on Mario. We forgot there's Zelda, Link. You know, there's the entire portfolio of Nintendo to really think about it, right? Ghouls and Goblins, Castlevania. Oh man.
Oh, Nintendo's deep, and yeah, if there's anything that my little tweets have shown every single day is that Nintendo has tons and tons of content that we all have interacted with in our lifetime. And man, I've just been feeling super nostalgic, just kind of like reminded of all these things that I remember as a kid, but just haven't thought about in like a decade or longer.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. Like, I see your post, like, you know, about when Nintendo, and I look at all these games, like, you know, I either used to play as a kid or I haven't played like in years. And it's like, especially the latest one you posted, I think was Conker's Bad Fur Day. I was like, oh, I remember that game. That game was like so like, you know, R-rated for like its time when it first came out, because you had like Conker like swearing and like doing all sorts of nasty things. It was great. I used to love it.
Oh yeah, it's been so much fun. Just games that I forgot even existed. But then once I see the cover, I'm like, oh my goodness, and I'm just transported back to that time when I was playing. It's kind of amazing how that happened.
Just want to be a kid again. Simpler times.
Absolutely, but this kind of helps us be in touch with that and still have all the perks of being an adult.
Yeah. Cool. So what else has been happening in the world? So yeah, go on.
Real quick, I do see Collectors Gone Digital, aka VeVe Investments.
Oh yes.
What's up, Josh? Congrats on the launch, bro. I love what you're doing. Been a long time coming, and man, you're crushing it. So good stuff. I'm excited to see what you'll do in the future. You're super, super talented, man.
Yeah, mate. Big congrats on the rebrand. For a second, I thought we had Black Panther jump in the spaces here, but yeah, that new logo is looking great, looking very, very clean. Also, as well, glad the VeVe Collective could help you out on your merch line as well. We're happy to give our feedback where we could, and yeah, the merch line is looking very nice, man. I'm loving what you're doing. Also, as well, if anyone hasn't done so already, check out Collectors Gone Digital's content over on YouTube. I'm not sure if it's still under VeVe Investments, but it might be under Collectors Gone Digital now. I haven't had a chance to look, but it is there. If anyone wants to back him up, please do, because, like, you know, yeah.
Thumbs up either way.
Yeah.
I love the name. I love the name Collectors Gone Digital. It just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it's good.
Really, really well on the rebranding there, Josh. Love the name, and I love the PFP as well.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah. Also, if you get a chance as well, don't be afraid to come up, say hi, do a bit of shilling for yourself and your project. That's what the space is all about. And before I forget as well, like, you know, this episode of VeVe Wednesdays is brought to you by the VeVe Collective, which we helped do a bit of design consultation to help Collectors Gone Digital get his merch line out. The VeVe Collective is more or less just a group of collectors like myself, Dyno, Hinano, D. So just came together and just wanted to create like a space to sort of share our love of collecting, where we just sort of collaborate with each other and help grow our own individual projects, and just to have a nice little chill out geeky session where we can share our love of digital collecting and fandom, whether that be Marvel, Marvel, DC, Cryptoys, Nintendo, say Palm, say yes, Hinano.
Oh, you could have waited till you were done, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you on mid-sentence.
I said, interrupt me mid-sentence? How dare you? That's okay, man.
You know me. I'm Portuguese. what I was saying is, what I wanted to say was, we should plan another live stream soon with the collective.
Yes.
I think we were going to try to plan something to where we were going to do a show and tell.
Yes, absolutely, and I'm totally 100% for that. It's just we're going to try and get everybody together, which is one of the tricky parts of our little group is that we're scattered all over the world and have all these different bloody time zones. But no, I 100% agree. We should definitely get something going.
You know, man, like these lives, I say we just schedule a day and tell them, hey, this is the day we're going on, and just organically see who shows up. You know, half the time we don't really ask anybody to come onto our podcast. Like, well, we asked you though, but usually we just see who shows up and just let it roll.
Yeah, for sure. And also, congratulations with the live streams as well. They seem to be quite popular. It's like every time I've jumped into a live stream, it's always quite lively and there's always something going on. So I'm really happy those live streams are doing well for you.
Yeah, they're all there to see D. Too bad they got to listen to my mug, right? Yeah, everyone's there to go check out, see what D's eating.
That's it. That's what I was about to say. It's always like, no, see what D's eating.
D's like the Brad. She's always eating something.
No, I love it.
Well, I'm all for the live stream. Wasn't able to make the first one. We'll definitely be there for the second. So, and yeah, I don't think I've ever. Well, I guess I was on the live with you guys, but I think that was my first live.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm itching to get more.
That's it. I mean, like, I would like to do more content.
It's fun.
Yeah. Well, it's not only is it fun, but it's easy as well. Like, you know, just in the sense of editing. Like, you know, like I know, like yourself, like, you know, you spend like, you know, hours editing, like, you know, all these amazing videos. But with live stream, you just do your thing and it's done. And you just get it out there.
I 100% agree, man. I tell D this all the time. I'm like, why didn't we do this earlier? This is like literally no work. Everyone asks us all the time, like, oh, do you guys prep? I'm like, no. Like, ask D. 10 minutes before the live's coming up, we're pulling up screen. We're trying to figure out, okay, what are we going to talk about for like an hour? And we kind of just pull it out of our butt. And so far, it's been working out.
Yeah. Well,
and that's what's cool is it's super dynamic, right? Like it changes too with who shows up. You can interact with the chat, so it's fluid, it's spontaneous, it's fun, and people get to interact, which is nice. It's way more engaging than just watching something.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like that's one of the reasons why we started doing these X spaces is because we wanted to interact with other people. Because, like, you know, for those who don't know, or in the beginning, we started off just doing roundtable discussions, but we wanted to sort of get more like, you know, into like interacting with like the listeners and that. So that's where the X spaces came from. And as you can see, we're up to episode 28 now. So we've been doing quite well so far. Like, you know, we've had all sorts of different people jump into our spaces, loads of different conversations. We've had giveaways and all sorts of different things have morphed out of that. And what I'd like to do, and I'm still trying to work out the kinks of it, is actually live stream one of these X spaces at the same time, so we can have two different levels of interaction. So we can have people interacting with us on the X space, and we can have people interacting with us on the live stream as well. And also, I think that would also work really well in the way of like doing giveaways and telling news and stuff, because I can bring up like, you know, slides and all sorts of bits and pieces. But like I said, I'm still trying to find the time to work out the bugs.
Here's what you do. You just go message Mo. I think Mo can help you with that. I mean, that guy is just amazing at doing half of this. Like, he is literally a wizard compared to me. I'm a rookie compared to Mo.
Yeah.
So I would go hit him up, DM him.
Well, Mo's already offered to give us a hand, like, you know, because he popped in on Sean and Pooh's live stream, and I gave him a brief rundown of my problems, and he said, yeah, no, he says that's all possible. Just give us a DM. So, Mo, if you are listening, mate, I will get in touch with you as soon as I get a chance. It's just I've had a lot going on in real life at the moment, which has kind of put a bit of a strain on things, but we're sort of getting towards the end of it. So it is on my list of things to do, because as always, I'm trying to basically add to the production quality of these spaces and just try and make it a more enjoyable experience for everybody. But yeah, actually, just on the subject of that as well, just in regards to VeVe Wednesday for next week's show, VeVe Wednesday's episode 29. I'm not going to be able to make it. So Dyno's been kind enough to offer to host next week's space because I'm going to be in London for a VeVe meetup because we've got Metaverse Life coming into London. So I'm going to meet up with him hopefully for the day.
What? You're going to be on an episode of Collectors at Heart?
Oh, I hope.
Really?
I hope.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I mean, like even if I'm not on an episode of Collectors at Heart, like, you know, it'd just be cool just to chill with the guy, like, you know, involved with making the VeVe 5 the VeVe 500. I want to say 5,000, but the one with all the VeVe racing and that with all the famous names, and just have a chat with him, just like how he did it, and just to chill with him, and also like, you know, be catching up with other collectors in the London area as well. Because I'm all for VeVe meetups because fortunately here in the UK in Bristol, I'm at the moment I'm all by myself. So the chance to meet up with other collectors in real life, I'm absolutely 100% up for it.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of fun, man. That's super good company, and yeah, I'm sure it's awesome time to meet up with people. If I remember the biggest bro just said, you know, coming back from Vegas, just the VeVe fam's different, you know, and we can tell by talking to each other and being on camera with each other. Mm-hmm. But just I can't imagine in person how much fun that could be. And I know you've met up with people before, but yeah, Metaverse Life, super talented individual, so that would be really fun, and I'm sure he'll draw people to come out for the first time as well. And yeah, man, I'm hoping you get on that on the show. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be.
You've been popping up in a lot of places, so I would love to see you there too.
I would just try and show support for everyone else in the space where I can. But I tell you what, though, it's going to be a long day because I go out on Thursday morning. So my coach is scheduled for 5:15 in the morning. So I get into London for about 8:30 ish, and I don't get back to Bristol till about 1 o'clock Friday morning. So it is going to be a long ass day, and unfortunately I was not able to book the day off work, so I have to go to work the next day.
Ouch!
I know it's going to be a struggle, but I don't care because I wanted to go to London.
It'll be worth it.
That's
man.
it.
You just gotta rally.
You just gotta drive the struggle bus just for one Friday, man.
Oh man, I was telling the wife about it. She was not happy one bit. She's called me like an idiot. I was like, you know, why have you done this? I was just like, well, you know, I'll be fine. I was just like, you know, I'll sleep on the coach on the way home. I'll catch an Uber. I'll catch an Uber home, get a couple hours sleep, drink a ton of Red Bull, and I'll be fine. It'll be like back in the days, like, you know, back when I used to party like 24/7. But, you know, unfortunately, I'm not that young anymore, so we're going to see what happens.
Yeah, for good old time's sake. It's a rare opportunity, so I admire that you're making the sacrifice, and I think you'll be rewarded, and I think you'll be happy that you did it.
Yeah, well, that's just like, if I said to the wife, I know, even if I can't book the day off work, I'm just going to call in sick because I don't care, because I want to go to London and meet everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it's a very rare opportunity. So
yeah,
good on you to jump at it.
So yeah, so a big thank you to Dyno. If of course if you are still up for hosting on next Wednesday, that would be fantastic. I will still try and jump in the space where I can. But yeah, again, thank you very much for that.
Of course, man. Of course. And that's what WebV does too. We fill in the gaps, and
we'll be here to support you, Dyno.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It'll be my first hosted space. So yeah, it'll be fun. Got to do some prep. Want to make sure I don't botch it. So,
you'll be good, mate.
But yeah,
it's
been learning under you for 29 weeks. 28 weeks. I'll be good.
You'll be right, mate. I have absolute faith in you, and I have faith in everybody. And also as well, I should probably throw out as well this week's episode of Relax and Read. I won't get a chance to do it this Friday just because I got a social engagement I got to attend to. So there'll be no Relax and Read this week, unfortunately. So that'll be coming next week, maybe next week. Actually, probably not next week.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like I was gonna say you sound like you have a really busy end of the week next week too. So
That's it. Yeah,
might be taking a little 2-week
yeah,
vacation.
I was just thinking, like, next Friday, I'm probably going to be in recovery mode next Friday because I'll probably have to get some degree of sleep. So yeah, probably next week there won't be any relax and read either. But stay tuned. They will be back. And I'm also taking requests for readings as well if anyone's interested. So if you got something on VeVe you want me to try and have a crack at reading, I'm all for it.
Well, it's a good opportunity for people to catch up on past ones as well.
Definitely.
So always encourage that as well.
But yeah, other than that, I think that's what's been going on. So, is there any anything been happening in the community that we can sort of point out? Let's see. I'll just have a look on the X Spaces, see what's coming to the top of my feed. Okay, here's a. Actually, I wonder if I can post this. Here's a little something that's just popped up on top of my VeVe. For those of you who are familiar with VeVe Night, it goes under VK. Apparently his grandma's just passed away, so that's a bit of sad news. So it says here, for those of you that know, I've been the caretaker for my grandma. I just wanted to say that she's passed away. It's a very difficult time for me. I have a ton to deal with. Once I get through this, I'll be back into action. Miss you, grandma. So it's very sad to hear, mate. So if you do end up listening to these spaces, our heart goes out to you. It's always it's not nice to lose someone you always are close to. So yeah, hope you're dealing with it and getting through it, mate. Actually, I wonder if I'm able to share this. Copy, link, share. No, I don't think I can.
Yeah, my condolences, Night. It's always hard. Praying for you guys.
Yeah, I would like to share this post, but I don't think I can do it through BlueStacks. But yeah, if you look up VeVe Night or VK, so you could probably find it on his post if you're able to post it. What else has been happening? Oh, I got a picture of Mike Collectables. So apparently he's just received his Superstar Money hat. So got a big picture of him front and center with his Superstar Money hat on. So very, very cool. So MC's rocking the juju. And also a big shout out to the superstars as well. Like, I also heard their Starboys collection is I think ranked towards the top of NFT programs on Polygon or one of those NFT trackers. So yeah, apparently their Starboys program is doing really, really well. And a lot of people doing market.
Yeah, congrats, guys. Doesn't surprise me.
No,
not one bit.
No, it doesn't surprise me. It comes out with great utility, so lots of fun stuff in the pipeline, and also you getting to be in the draw to win $1 million OMI. So if you're not on board with that, so definitely check that out if you're able to. Got to sign up to their Discord and get involved with that. Actually, do.
Yeah, I still need to do that, man. I'm so bad with Discord.
Oh, really?
I just forget about it all the time. I need to get on it.
Yeah, I suppose a lot of people aren't really sort of either not comfortable with Discord or not really sort of familiar with Discord, and even the VeVe Collective, we have a Discord as well, and it doesn't get nowhere near as much activity in it as something like the X Spaces do. But for any of those who are interested, if you'd like to join our Discord, shoot us a DM, shoot Dyno or one of our members a DM, whether that be Hinano or D. And we'll get you involved with the Discord. Like the VeVe Collective's Discord is more or less just a hangout spot where we basically share photos of our collections. We do other threads as well. We do food, cars, games, all sorts of different areas. So if that's something you'd like to get involved with or join the VeVe Collective, shoot us a DM. Oh, here's a good one. So Biscuits is posting pictures of tacos because apparently it says Happy National Taco Day. I do love me some tacos. So do you like tacos, Dyno?
Oh yeah. I mean, I live in San Diego, so yeah, I get some pretty good ones, at least as far as America is concerned. So
yeah, no,
pretty spoiled down here.
No, I actually prefer making my own tacos. So I actually had a taco night with the family last week, introducing my kids to the art of taco making, which didn't go very well. Where's it? Where
So what do you use? Like a hard shell, soft shell? Like what kind of tortillas and all that?
me? Oh, like Hinano's got his hand raised. Say, I'll answer that in a second.
Yeah, hey guys, I wanted to bring up Superstar Money, and coincidentally, they're in here. Did you guys see their interview today or their AMA with, I believe it was Game Art Brain? They're one of the contracted designers for VeVe's NFTs. In fact, they designed, I believe it was Troll Hunters, and also Happy Tree Friends. Am I right on that, Joe or Rob, whoever that is? But yeah, really good AMA. Got to learn a little bit more behind the curtain on who makes some of VeVe's stuff. And what really tripped me out was this this designer made some of the Voltron drops. And what I mean some, just a part of it. They actually created the little guy on top of the lion's head, but they didn't create the lion. That kind of tripped me out. But they're here. Why don't they
yeah, definitely.
Speak?
Yeah.
Hey guys,
who we got?
How's it going? It's Joe.
Joe, how are you, Joe?
Not bad. Just
what's up, Joe?
Jumping in, doing my rounds on
What's up, man?
spaces. No, thanks for those words, and I know about the interview this morning. We did an early one for once because they're on German time, so they're in Europe. So we got
they're on my time.
Yeah. No, yeah, we learned a lot from them too. I mean, they've also done, and we couldn't talk too much about it in the interview, but they did the platinum moments, which we showed in a video that we that's how we initially found out about them. One of our members in the Discord posted the platinum moment comparison, and then we dug a little deeper, and then they reached out to us after that video. I think they got in a little trouble talking about Disney or whatever. So so that we had to kind of stay away from that in today's video, but we still learned a lot more about how they're made and what they're capable of, and yeah, that one with the Voltron, I was like, what are you guys talking about, Voltron? This never dropped. And he's like, no, it's the one on top of the tiger. So it was pretty funny.
Yeah, right. Cool. No, I mean, like, I have to say I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but that's actually on my list of things to listen to when I get the kids breakfast ready this morning.
Nice. Yeah. No, it's
check it out. What interested me most about that AMA, Joe, is the time lapse it takes for the product to actually hit the market or actually get dropped, right? And I think they created stuff like 8 months in advance, and then it got actually cleared and finally dropped 8 months later, something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he said the Troll Hunters was like a June or something, 2021. It was completed, and they gave it to VeVe, and then I think they said that there was some turnover in the VeVe side, and it didn't get released until like this year. So it's like 2 years. It's been waiting for that drop, but I don't think that's typical. I think that's
2 years.
Yeah, I think that was just like a one-off. Obviously, they're arranging things, and I'm sure that like maybe Universal and them didn't have their deal completely figured out, and maybe like they might do stuff where they like make a collectible to prove to the IP that they're capable, and then the IP has to approve it. So they could have done like the whole Troll Hunter thing as like, look, this is something that we'll put out, and then they have it ready to go whenever they finalize that deal. So that could have been one of the first. So it might be why it took so long. Who knows?
Yeah, right. So when they actually say like, some of these deals are like, 6 months like in the making or a year in the making, they ain't lying.
Oh yeah, it seems like that's true. I mean, everyone that we've spoken to on that stuff is there's so much paperwork behind the scenes. I guess, and the thing that still gets me is how it's like they're not the only ones who do this thing. So you're dealing with all different kinds of outlets, and I guess obviously that's why we get the variety of quality. But I guess it's like almost like a toy store type of thing. You're gonna have different brands and different companies making toys, and I don't know. It's fun to learn a little bit more, because really we haven't heard from the art teams at all from VeVe. So it was cool to get that opportunity.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely have to go and make that video like the top of my to watch list when I start getting things together. And for anyone else out there listening as well, definitely check it out.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Cryptoys does it all in house, right? All their art animation. That's how it seems. They've done some of these types of streams. That's kind of where we got the inspiration. Like when
when we kind of tried to figure it out with these guys, was like, Cryptoys, when we watch those videos, when they do their drops, they've had their art team on, which appears to be all in-house. And it was awesome. Like, you hear them talk about like the shading, the textures, the material choices, what went into it, the thought process. So obviously this is not a company that does all of VeVe stuff, but just to get that insight and like some of the things that they mentioned, it's like, even just like that it's the driver on top of the Voltron. It's a separate, like, complete entity with all this detail in it, and like nobody knows that. That's something that I feel like that should be center stage. These guys should be getting like flowers for that, just because there's so much hard work and effort that goes into it, and people don't understand that, I don't think.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's like the true value of what you guys are doing and did with them is awareness, because it helps us get the behind the scenes look, and it just gives us more understanding of like how much work people actually put in, how much detail, and I think we're going to start seeing this stuff when everyone gets access to the VeVeVerse, because from everything I've heard is you can interact with the collectibles in a whole nother way, and the detail is insane. But it's easy to miss that when you're just seeing it as a little JPEG in your phone, or even in that little studio or in the vault. It's easy to miss stuff like that, but I'm hoping that the VeVeVerse will help shed more light on like how much work actually went into these collectibles, and these guys that are, I mean, this is their masterpieces. I hope that they get the credit for it that they deserve.
The one interesting thing was that these guys haven't seen the VeVeVerse, so I thought that was pretty funny. They're making the product that's like the end product, and I'm like, maybe you guys should get the keys at least to have an idea of what you're building for. So I don't know if they'll eventually get access before some of us, but it was pretty funny, I thought.
Yeah,
I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say the same thing about that. Like, you asked that question, like, did you guys get a chance to go in the VeVeVerse? And the answer was no. And you're right. It would be really cool if they would knew where their product would end up, how it would look like, the lighting. I remember you guys were talking about the lighting and the shades. You don't know what that's going to look like because now you've never been in the VeVeVerse to see how your product will look like. So that would be cool.
And do you think we might be getting the VeVeVerse soon? Because apparently they've got the next line of beta users in the pipeline, or saw a message somewhere they retweeted or tweeted, or X, sorry, I should say. They've got the next wave of beta users rolled out.
I'm not gonna hold my breath.
No, I mean,
I'm not cool enough, I think, and I'm gonna watch who goes to. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna watch who goes to New York Comic Con and see if they get on the list first. Just saying.
I think if you get a spotlight, you should automatically get entered.
Yeah, but I end up saying things that I shouldn't say, I guess, on X.
So they'll be looking at who's tight-lipped and who's not. Cool.
It seems like, man, VeVe is a machine. That's kind of what I'm gathering is, with Cryptoys, it's and part of the reason I love Cryptoys so much. There's a small company, group of guys that know each other and have built this together, and their families are involved. And there's like nothing against VeVe, but just more of like couple business oriented guys come in, let's build something, and it just gets huge, and they're outsourcing all these different things. So it's just like a totally different feel. I kind of think of it like, when Al Khan was saying the Walmart, or did he say Walmart or Amazon? I forgot which one he said, but it's just like, that Walmart. Yeah. Whereas, Cryptoys is kind of like that mom and pop that's coming up, and I could see them being super successful. So it's cool to get the different flavors. But yeah, I mean, you kind of get that too with VeVe and the VeVeVerse, and who gets access, who doesn't. People fall through the cracks. That's what happens with big companies, less personal type companies. And they started that way, and obviously you get too big and you have to focus on the things that are going to scale the business. But I just love the developmental stage that Cryptoys is at right now, where they're coming on streams, they're, you know, like showing their art team, showing like to everybody involved in the company. It feels really personal. So it's interesting to contrast the two.
Yeah, I think that's like probably the only way they can actually, or anybody can actually kind of take some market share at this point from VeVe, because VeVe has all of these IPs and stuff. They have to, like, there's really no choice but to cater more to the customer and then make it more personal, so that you get that attachment, because you're starting from bare bones. You're starting to create a community. I mean, VeVe was lucky in that they were first, and they had the Trailblazer. I guess they had that opportunity. Anybody who was looking, they only had one option. So the community building was natural, because everyone had that option. Now crypto is coming in a space where a lot of people have loyalty. So you have to be careful with how you go about it, right?
Yeah,
100%.
definitely. Yeah, cool. Well, how about we talk a little bit about the recent Christine the Louis Vuitton partnership, because that's catapulted VeVe into a bit of the spotlight at the moment, because I'm seeing that pop up in all sorts of news articles, and it caught me completely by surprise, because I just opened the app one day and then saw, like, you know, the thing for the Sea Queen and the Sea Warrior special edition shoes. I'm just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, that's where I first saw him too. I was like, what is this? Sold out? What happened? And then I was like, wait, is Comic-Con happening right now? And then I had to check the dates, so it confused me. But yeah, that's big for VeVe, man. They just keep announcing major partnerships. It's really insane.
I know. At first I was like, you know, but like baton isn't like the shoe baton. I was like, you know, the one with the red soles. I was like, holy crap, it is them.
Yeah, I feel like these types of deals that VeVe does are their major benefit is like reputation, because they get the name on their I guess portfolio. I don't feel necessarily that the individual drop is that beneficial in terms of bringing in new users, just because the way it's set up. Like, you have to buy the physical to get the digital. I feel like anytime it's the other way around is where VeVe will benefit the most, because you're gonna require people to start using the app. And it's the same thing with the Funko drop. Like, you get people right now buying the box. Like, I'm looking at my Funkos right now, and they're all in the box. So I wouldn't even know that I had a code if I'm a hard collector. If any of you guys seen that video today that's been going around the community, I'm sure a lot of you have. The one from I forget the name, but they said that it's trash or whatever, and they're Funko collectors, so they're not happy about it, because that line, the gold line, is not a popular line. So they feel like Funko's trying to kind of, I guess, take money from the community.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, if they were to say, like Wax is doing, I think they're doing the right way. It's come on our platform, utilize this system, learn about NFTs, and then that way you get the physical. At least you force people into learning about it. The other way around, you might never get people on VeVe. They might never even know it exists. They just want to buy the physical, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, you know, like I said before about the codes, if they've got the codes inside the boxes, and they might not never know about it. Do you reckon they could put the code, I mean, obviously on the outside of the box, but maybe like with something covering the code, like one of those like little like sticky things like you sometimes get like McDonald's or something like that, just so you know the code is still genuine?
No, they have big problems even with their sodas. Sodas is another line that they carry, and they have chases in them. Like 1 in every 6 is a special edition, and they just got like people going to the stores, cracking open the case and looking, because they have these pods that tell you if it's the chase or not, even though the entire toy is wrapped up in like a black plastic bag, so you can't see what it is. They have this other identifier, and people don't care. They rip it off and then they put it back unless they get the chase. So there's big problems when it comes to physical collecting that way as well.
Yeah, right. There we go. I think I've just found the Funko post you were talking about, the one that says $150 trash with an Iron Man on the front.
Yeah.
This is from.
So,
Is it,
someone was trying to get us to
what's
do
the
an
name?
interview with those guys. I forget what their name is now.
Yeah,
Let me check here.
Gastel. Yeah, I think Gastel is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, yeah. It was funny.
And apparently,
Sorry, at the end of the
yeah, go
video,
on,
they
mate.
had
No.
they made a bet, and they're like, I think they're like a couple. So one of them said they think it will sell out. One of them said they don't think it'll sell out on day one, and they had a bunch of they made a bet. So curious to see if they follow
Okay.
through on that.
Yeah, because I think they've just done a video on on a review of the partnership with Louis Vuitton as well.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Just have a no, I think I just saw something posted not long ago. So we'll see. I mean, like I said, I'm not really familiar with their channel, but I might have a look when I get a chance. But just going back to the Louis Vuittons, I think you're gonna be right. I think I don't see them selling out very quickly because, like you said, you need to own the physical to get the digital. But have you seen the price on some of these physicals? Like, wow, it's like there's like some really like high priced items in there. Like some of them going like for a couple of grand. So like for someone like on my price point, I would have no hope of getting something like this. But if it is within your price point, absolutely go for it. But yeah, for me personally, it's probably going to be a miss for me.
But another thing is, like, even on our Discord today, people were sending links for the Louboutin drop. They're like the cheapest thing in that set to get the digital. So I mean, the favor is being towards Louboutin, like, because they're going to help them sell out that drop. They're utilizing like the VeVe fam and the VeVe users to sell their product this way. I feel like, and sometimes VeVe's got to get the benefit. They got to do it the other way around. Like, you have to buy the VeVe collectible to get that physical. It has to happen. Like, they have to get some advantage of the deal. I mean, I get building a portfolio, but I mean, at this way, if we keep doing it this way, it's just the same users that are going to keep getting milked.
That's it. That's right. Yeah, we need more users to come in and help, like, prop the space up. Yeah, but you're right though. Oh yeah, sorry, go on, Dyno.
I was just thinking that too, that eventually it's got to be the other way around. And I was thinking that for the security issue too, if you can buy something on VeVe, verifiable ownership, that's part of the blessing of blockchain, and then you can get something sent to you, like a physical sent to you. I think it should be the opposite, the other way around. It would help with the security issue, and then now you're bringing people to the app, buying it in a secure way, really easy, quick. You already have the drop system set up, you have the wait list set up, so there's competitive balance and all of that. It just makes too much sense. Hopefully, VeVe is just, maybe this is what VeVe needed to do to seal the partnership, or just to finesse that relationship in the beginning. But I could see it eventually, these companies, we're already buying things online all the time. And I could just see it where VeVe is the one that you have to go to get the physical, instead of the way they've been doing it.
Yeah, I've heard it the other way too. I mean, then I've heard people saying like Louboutin wouldn't do the deal if they had to gate their people to buy an NFT to get in. So, I mean, it could be like, imagine that you say to people who collect like these $1,000 shoes, oh, well, you can only have this shoe, even though you're a great customer. You have to do this and do this, and you're making it a little bit harder for them to buy. So I understand that way as well. It's just, I guess the onboarding for VeVe is they grow the portfolio, and then people who come along, they say, oh, look, they have this brand and this brand and this brand. But it would be nice, at least maybe even, like, we know Funko, they're very open to doing all different kinds of things. Maybe that's the one that they can play around with, that type of deal. But maybe with these higher end brands, it's a little harder to do that.
Yeah, it's sort of like up there, like, with the one of ones that we've got on VeVe. I'm just on the website looking like what like the cheapest shoes are, and there's some sporty cat shoes, which are like, the red, like, sort of high heel ones, and they're going for £690. That's English money, but it's about $839. So even that is still, like, a fairly expensive price point for most people to get in at.
Speaking of those 101s, remember when they first dropped them, and there was like all this utility, like you go to lunch with Ron English. There was one that you get like a physical print. Are they still doing that, or is it just now you just get the 101?
I think you just get the one of one. I haven't heard much in the way of utility for a while now. Though the to be honest, I haven't been paying much attention to the one of ones because I have like no hope of owning one. But yeah, the last I heard, that was like the last sort of utility thing. Because yeah, I don't think so. I'm just looking at them now.
I'd love to know from
I haven't heard
Homie
of
Daily Burn down there if a one of one has ever been sold.
No, what?
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Because right now I just clicked on one, just looking in the store on VeVe, and just clicked on one that says item not found. So I don't know. I mean, I can't say I've ever seen one for sale in the app.
I think he just confirmed it hasn't been. The thumbs down. That's kind of funny
Yeah,
though.
there
It's
you
been
go.
around for like a year now, hasn't it? Those one of ones.
Yeah, they've been around for a while. They've got quite a few of them around now. I think what the latest one we just had was one from Machio Chichito, but it's from Daredevil number 30 with original artwork on the front. I mean, they look nice. I mean, like, they're stunning pieces. It's just they're just out of my price point.
I don't even know where to look if I wanted to buy one of them off of somebody. I don't even know where they would be. Would it just be in the market and you have to find it randomly scrolling, or you have to search for it?
No. Well, I mean, chances are like, you can go on something like a Mutascan and try and find like the wallet addresses, and then you can find out who belongs to the wallet and maybe send them a message. But that probably like the first thing that springs to my mind. But there sounds like a lot involved with doing something like that.
Yeah, we're still lacking capability of doing any of that, which I'm guessing the VeVeVerse is going to solve. So it's probably why they've been just holding out for that. But yeah, it should be a lot simpler. You just literally click on the profile and there's a message button. But I'm wondering how many of these one-to-ones come out to the point where they're just not that valuable anymore. I mean, I know I know they're unique items, but are they so special to where if there's 10,000 one-of-ones out there, do some of these pieces just become not that interesting anymore? That's kind of where my mind's at.
It's kind of like dilutes the value.
Yeah, and even comics used to come out in late 2021, early 2022 that were not as good as some of those ones that are coming out nowadays. But because there wasn't much on the app at the time, everyone kind of at least gave it some attention. Now there's just so many coming out that, I mean, it's just oversaturated. And that's how all these collectibles are as well. So some of the things that went to all-time high, well, everything went to an all-time high, in 2022. I think most of those pieces, they're so diluted now that we're never going to see those heights again for some of these pieces, which is crazy to think about. But there's just so much more on the app now, so much more coming, that the cream will rise to the top. But all the other stuff that got that boost because there wasn't much on the app at the time, they're gonna just be lost in the ether of the vast collection that VeVe has.
Yeah, no, that's part of I mean, we've had a pretty big change in our stance on comics and a lot of things on the app in the last couple of months here, and that's part of the reason as well is the mint sizes. Just it's almost like they just change it based off of ongoing or like active users, obviously, to sell out the drops. It makes you wonder, like, maybe if we just always left them at these high numbers, didn't matter if you sold them out. If the people were to come in, then at least everything was kind of relative. Now you're in this space where it's you have random compare. It's a little harder to compare things. It's not as straightforward, right?
Yeah, definitely. Hinano, what about you, mate? Have you got any thoughts on the subject? Oh, maybe not.
Sorry, I'm doing like two things at once. I wasn't even paying attention. I was actually working. Sorry. What's the conversation? Fill me in.
So talking about like market numbers and basically it's like some of these items that sort of came like with the at the height of the bull run, like, you know, probably never going to see all-time highs again because, like, you know, we've got so much saturation in the market now.
So like, what is that? The Powerpuff Girls. We're not going to see them over 1K anymore. Yeah,
like Goofy at 3K.
Or what is that? Or you have Goofy at 3K or Alligator Lokis. You know, I guess it just depends if this space really takes off. But I think some of the stuff will probably appreciate in price over time. But who knows? I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, well, I think it just sort of comes back to what the superstars talk about is like utility, is that we need a reason for holding these collectibles. Like, so like going back to the one-of-ones, I mean, like, it was cool, like, you know, when you actually had the options of, like, you know, you hold this, you get to go have lunch with Ron English or something like that, or even with the ones that recently just started coming out with, is it like the Morgan's Grin, like, you know, the Monopoly guy, you know, you get this, and you get access to, like, you know, the Ron English meetup or a possible Ron English universe in the VeVeVerse. I mean, like, having a reason to hold these collectibles will definitely give them well, at the very least, make them stand out in the way of, like, you know, why should I have this besides the fact that I might like it for my collection?
I can see that working for, like, us who's in here now and we get it. But, like, for the masses that don't know anything about it, and we're always saying all the time, you know, when the people come in here, when the real collectors come in here, when the real comic book collectors come in here,
but we got to get them here.
Are going to move. Well, but once we get them here, we need to also educate them on what utility really is, right? And utility could be many things, like reading our comic books is a form of utility, right? But yeah, I 100% agree. But then there's also the education process for the people that don't get what digital products are yet. Now, this is why I really like Cryptoys, and I'm not trying to, like, say they're going to be any better, but, you know, they're going to gamify these assets that we own. And so right then and there is a form of utility on top of all the utility that they're adding into the game and also adding into the collecting experience. If you look at, like, McFarlane and VeVe, it's a collector's app. And we're just collecting this stuff. And you guys are right. If we don't have any form of utility, or if they don't do anything with this stuff, it's just stuff.
Yeah, so, it's just like the, oh yeah, that's cool, and then it just sort of ends at that. Or, well, I said, like with Cryptoys, like what they're doing, like about gamifying things, like it starts with, oh yeah, that's cool, but then it leads into, but look, I can take, like, you know, my Mickey, and I can, like, move it around in the world, and I can jump over this, and I can drive this car, or whatever, like they might have down the pipeline. Actually gives you something fun to actually do with it, and actually something to show it off with to your friends, and your friends will look at it and go, oh, that's really cool, I got to get me one of them, and it just sort of, like, snowballs from there.
Yeah, like, I mean, I do believe that some items will be worth money. I mean, look, I got 1,000+ comics, guys, so, like, I'm deep in it, but I guess we'll just have to see. As far as I'm concerned, whatever money I have in VeVe, it's in VeVe. I don't have to touch it. It's just staying there. I haven't added any money since. And even for Cryptoys, I pretty much hid the wallet or the credit card away ever since the BOGO ended. So yeah,
that's it. So no more BOGOs, just for now, please, Cryptoys. Just to save Hinano's pocket.
Oh no! Okay, so we had Freddie on the podcast on Friday. He kind of snuck in and hung out with us for, like, quite a while. But he made a funny joke. He said, what did he say? He said, yeah, we just do BOGOs all the time. We don't need a company anymore. We'll just BOGO the company, out of existence. Yeah, and go broke. And then Dyno was in there. He said, well, we're here for a good time, not a long time, right?
Exactly.
So,
yeah. I think
on that point.
Come on.
I was just gonna say on that point, I mean, that's the beauty of digital goods, right? It's not like you have to manufacture 10,000 toys. Once you have the model, you can make as many as you want. And so if they wanted to double the supply and then do BOGOs, just the idea of BOGO makes people want to buy more. So it's interesting how you could kind of tweak that. But Osman, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was about to say, like, you know, if we are going to get a BOGO deal, like, we should get one on, like, the ZUFOs, or maybe, like, the Master of the Universe stuff, because we've already had one for Star Wars, we've had one for Mickey, so there could possibly be a BOGO in the pipeline for the other ones? I mean, like definitely like no for their line would be a good one, because I think I mentioned to it like I know I wouldn't mind getting myself some more ZUFOs like from their line, just trying to like personally like try and back them up. But a BOGO deal would definitely be more beneficial for me, maybe not for them.
Honestly, guys, I don't want another BOGO. I want trading. And I know it's
Yeah.
easier said than done. But sooner or later, the whole unboxing thing is going to kind of lose its flair. And we're going to have to do more than just unbox and buy.
That's what
But, like,
sorry. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say the same thing, that they need to come out with, like, once there's some utility, like it just, everything goes back to utility and VeVe and Cryptoys. Once you bring the utility, that's when you're going to sell. I mean, this BOGO stuff is for fun. It's to get more users to experience the app and see the unboxing experience, and then maybe even read the roadmap and look at the white paper and understand about the project. It's an onboarding exercise, but I don't think we want to see too much more of that. I think you want to make people, now is the time to start incentivizing people to buy with the product rather than with the deals, right?
That's right. Yeah, you've got them in the door. Now you just have to try and keep them there.
Yeah, and I guess that's where utility comes back around. I did want to say something about that, is that I've said this a million times before, but not all utility is created equal. Some things are just cooler than others. Even gamification is awesome, but if you think about how many games are out there, especially mobile gaming now, it's pretty insane just how saturated the app market is with all these games. And the game's got to be fun. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I never played the Cryptoys game, but for the people that did play when it first came out, are you still playing it? Do you think about it? Do you play it every day, like people play other games? And then if you just think about with utility as well, as utility can be invented at any moment. So you could retroactively apply utility to something that has already come out, or you can just drop a new collectible. It might not be a first appearance. It might not be a first edition. There might be nothing special about it other than it has awesome utility. And so like the ways they can reinvent things to make something valuable is just infinite. And so yeah, you really got to stick, like in my opinion, like what I've wanted to do is just really stick to, like, if you're just doing it for fun, then just collect what you love, right? That's always the cap. Like that's always the right choice. If you're having fun, that's great. But if you care about investing at all in this, then you got to look at what sets this piece apart from any other thing. And even Will from Cryptoys has mentioned it. With these pieces, these are first edition Star Wars. This is first edition Mickey and Friends. And that's always going to be relevant no matter what. It doesn't matter how cool the 5th edition is. If it's not the first, then like everything else pales in comparison in terms of like that. And then it's got to have something amazing about it that gives it value in another way, or else it's just going to fall into the sea of other toys that are out there that people don't really care about unless they're fans. So it's very interesting, like to see what's going to happen. But we're kind of getting a taste of what's happening on VeVe just in 2-3 years. So imagine just in the future when all these other companies start cropping up and continuing to saturate the market, that we're going to need the masses to come in if we want to maintain some of the values we've seen.
So do we think VeVeVerse is the key for that? And I'm just being honest and speaking broadly here. I hear from every single beta tester, including our buddy Fro, that it's a game changer, that I've seen the light. I mean, Fro said it many times, I can't look back. But I mean, it's easier said than done. Like, they're just beta testing. There's not a heavy load in there. And I don't know. Is the VeVeVerse the key for mass adoption for VeVe?
I think it depends on what you want from mass adoption. Like, if you want your bags to increase, I think I think you got to be very careful, because they're going to keep dropping things here. They're going to keep dropping drops with tens of thousands and of things a week, and that user base has to come in at the same rate, or there's only going to be certain things that are going to be valuable long term, and then there's going to be pump clubs. There's going to be, okay, we can enter this room in the VeVeVerse if you have this collectible, and that's going to be the hot topic of that week. And then there's going to be another party in a different place, and it's going to be token gate this, like the mogul grin. Is that going to be worth anything in a couple of weeks? Yeah. Right? We don't know.
Probably not.
Once Comic-Con's over, who knows? Unless they make more utility in the VeVeVerse where, like, but it's all dependent on these little nuances, or whenever VeVe tweets something or does it. Like that's the thing with like where we were. People got to really step back and look at where we were in 2021 and early 2022, because that's a blip. That's now you're gonna have, not only do you have all these other additions on VeVe, you have other projects coming out taking market share, and they have thousands of additions, and they have thousands of things coming out. And I mean, same user base, and I mean that I can't see the people coming in, even if you get mass adoption and you have 1 million people. By then, you're gonna have how many collectibles and how many things to choose which one is the one that's going to take off. So I mean, you lived through it, and I think we really got to taper our expectations on return on investment at this point, and look at it for what it is and what it does. And then like Dyno mentioned, collect what you love, whatever makes you happy, whatever you want to put in your shelf in your virtual world, in your augmented reality world, and then also buy whatever you want to access whatever games you want to play, whatever is your style, because that's where this is going. It's not going in the direction of, okay, I'm going to buy this. This is the first ever Happy Tree Friends. Shout out BE in the audience there. It's not going to matter for everything. It's going to matter for certain things, and things that have the better accessibility, because you got to remember, it's not the same space as physical. Like physical space is something that you have deterioration, you have all this. This digital space is a new space. Like, okay, sure, first is going to matter, but utility and how you can use that digital asset, and people wanting that access and wanting that access pass, whatever the utility is, that's going to be what matters. That's going to be what people are going to pay for.
Definitely.
100%. And if you let's just look at PFPs, right? I mean, Bored Apes, CryptoPunks, just some of the other ones that came out in the very early days. You know what made them? They had a head start, and then they've continued to innovate over time. They've done certain things with that community, whether apply utility or have partnerships, get celebrities to have one, because that always works, right? So you have to continue to stay relevant, or else you just fall by the wayside. Because now look at how many PFPs have come out. And, you know, even like with you guys, Superstars, like you're coming out with a PFP, but it's about the membership. It's about being part of the Superstar family. It's about the utility that you guys bring. That's what is going to make these things valuable. Otherwise, it's just a PFP.
Yeah,
definitely. Go on, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, you just nailed it, Dyno. You just nailed it about the utility of whatever it is. Let's go back to your PFP example. We have Pudgy Penguins. I don't know how many of you are familiar with what they're doing in Walmart, but does anybody know what the first Pudgy Penguin that came out is? I don't, but I know that
not a clue.
I know that 26 of them have more value than the others right now, because there's royalties that are in perpetuity for anything that sells to Walmart with their likeness of their PFP. So to me, that's the use case. The utility is going to be king for this space. First Pudgy Penguin might matter to somebody, but for me, if I had the funds to get into one of those, I want one of those 26.
Definitely. So Shadow, thanks for jumping up the stage, mate. So you got something you want to throw into the conversation?
Hey, yeah, thank you. I just wanted to add the 100% utility. Like, if you look at projects right now, like, I don't mean to like just flex about mine, but like right now the community I'm in is called Artifact, for example, and they're partnered with Nike. So like, if you got utility like we do, where like for example us today, it just got announced that if you're a holder for our NFT, that you'll be able to purchase Nike Dunks, and I believe there's going to be a limited amount and a certain amount of colorways, and that's really big for us because there's a lot of collectors in the sneaker community. We also have Nike Air Forces and all stuff like that. So like sneakerheads are always looking for stuff like that, and I feel like VeVe, as long as they know what they're doing with like how to add the utility to certain stuff, like they're gonna stick out at the end, like they're gonna be on the top. And I feel like they have big plans that we just might not know about. Like right now, what we're gonna have a Marvel / VeVe with the same panel. So like, I don't know. I feel like we're just gonna get surprised with something. There has to be something because there's so much money invested. Disney's in there and Marvel, so we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. I'm hoping for something big to drop during Comic-Con.
Yes, me too. I hope so. I hope you're awake for that. Hopefully, it don't drop when you're sleeping this time.
Yeah. No, knowing my luck, they are definitely going to drop something while I'm asleep.
Shadow, that's a great point too, right? Like the big brands in the world, the ones that already have followings, the ones that have a real product and a real brand that people love and are diehard about, those they can come into the space at any point and they have real life utility. They can drop an NFT and it could be literally a 2D object. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. And they could say, Starbucks can do it. And you get a free drink every day if you had this gold logo. And that gold logo will be extremely valuable to anybody who loves Starbucks coffee. And so like on one end, it's about the utility of the brand, the company that applies it. But on the other hand, it's like that's an actual community in real life that's already proven, and they're going, they'll come for stuff like that. That doesn't mean that they'll come into the Web3 space and start poking around. I'm sure some of them will, but some may just literally be interested in that because they get a free coffee every day. They don't care about the NFT. It's just they want free coffee.
Yeah, they want the free coffee.
Yeah. But I do think it'll raise awareness about the space, and other companies will catch on. And Gary Vee talks about it all the time, that NFTs are just going to be just everywhere. Everything's going to be an NFT. And so, what percentage of those will actually be valuable? It just depends on, do you like the brand that's coming out with it?
I think that's perfect though, Dyno. Like that's what you want. Yeah. You want people to use the technology maybe without even knowing they're using it, because that's going to get them rooted, right? Like they have this star that's gold, and now you can go to Starbucks and get 10% off. They don't know really what they're doing, but at the end of the day, like that technology is embedded in their life, and I think that's going to be another part of it. They're going to have NFTs everywhere. Just even your house might be attached to NFT, your car, and then you're going to be trading your ownership through the blockchain because it's an easy way to track it, right? So I think that is part of mass adoption, and easy things like that you mentioned might be one of the ways to that. Guys, I'm gonna drop off, but I'm gonna keep listening. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, thanks for dropping in, mate. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, great time with you, Joe. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too, mate.
Thanks, Joe.
I'll definitely make sure I check out that video you did with the art team. Yeah, Shadow. So you got something else you want to throw in there, mate?
Yeah, another thing to keep in mind is it probably won't happen quickly, like all this stuff that we're talking about. Hopefully it does happen, like, sooner than what we expect. But we got to keep in mind, we have Gen Z, everything is digital.
That's right.
All these young kids are stuck on their devices. We got the Meta glasses coming out. I think that's what they're called. Like, we have so much like coming out that's supposed to be focused like within the digital world. So like, as soon as we get those kids to grow up a little more, like they're already growing up with it already. So like, we got the pudgy penguins that are in Walmart. These kids are gonna like look at this and be like, okay, I remember this. Let me look into this again as they get older, because it's gonna be like their little childhood toy or something. Who knows?
Yeah, no, look, I 100% agree. I mean, like it's just all just a matter of time. I mean, like it's just waiting for the older. It's more just like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a changing of hands, like, you know, waiting for like the older generation to sort of phase out. So, and then like, you know, the newer generation just sort of like starts coming in. But you're right, that's exactly where things are going. Every day things are going more and more digital, and it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, and I mean it is a matter of time before, like literally a matter of time before the Gen Z grows up, starts having money and consuming these things, and then it's just, I mean, they're already influencing a lot of culture. I mean, TikTok, if you think about how TikTok started as Musically, it was like a way of singing songs on video for 10-year-olds and 15-year-olds, and now everybody's on TikTok. So it's just amazing how these things in a few short years can just really take over. And I watched TikTok. I mean, I had Musically on my phone, and then one day it was TikTok, and I was like, what's this? And literally 3 years later, now it's everywhere, and all these businesses are using it. So it's only a matter of time before the same thing happens with blockchain, NFTs, all of the above.
Well, that's it, and also it's also incorporating it into other people's like daily like routines and things like that. Like, because like when people get to using it without knowing they're using it, that's when you know you've made it, and like, you know, start seeing like things like pop up all over the place. Like a good example is over last week on VeVe Weekends, I was having a conversation with Casual about NFTs, and like we were talking about like thrift shopping and trying things like that. But there's also one thing he pointed out is that if anyone out in the audience is familiar with 19 Crimes wine, they've recently just started implementing NFTs with their wine bottles. So apparently, I mean, like I haven't had to play with it as well, but I just saw it like, you know, on the shelves in my local supermarket. But the way it sort of works is that these 19 Crimes bottles, and if anyone's able to Google it, maybe chuck a photo up in the in the chat here, that'd be awesome. But the way it basically works is that 19 Crimes is you can scan the bottles and get it, and with a QR code, and it actually tells you the story of some of these like criminals and convicts they've got on the front here. And you can, like, you basically scan the code, scan the bottle, and then the bottle will start talking to you, and it tells you the story of, like, you know, one of the convicts on the front of the bottle or something like that. Seeing, like, you know, little bits of technology being implemented that way, I think is kind of cool. So, has anyone else seen these bottles?
I was trying to find it.
Is that the Snoop Dogg wine, or am I crazy?
That might be.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think it is. Yeah, it's called 19 Crimes.
Yeah, no, that's the first time I heard of that, but that's awesome. I think Snoop Dogg's a lot into like NFTs and that stuff. Well, I've heard of. I think he dropped like a NFT record or something like that, like limited amount. So that's cool. That's
Plus
he was even on. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, he's also got that space over in what's the Sandbox as well, isn't it?
Sandbox, yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna bring up. Yep, he's got property in Sandbox.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, no, it's true. It's it is Snoop Dogg's wine. I'm just over on their website now.
Doesn't surprise me. He's hip with it, and again, like that's celebrities do a lot for bringing adoption to certain things, and so yeah, I mean, when this does catch on, we're gonna see it catch on like a wildfire. I mean,
yeah,
we're in an economic valley right now. We're in a bear market, as it were, for the entire space. But as we've seen, or as I've seen over the years, this is when companies are building. This is when a lot of the infrastructure is built. When things are quiet, don't have to worry about all these support tickets as much as in a hype cycle, and infrastructure is being built. And when it's ready, when the masses are ready, they can come in and have a somewhat seamless experience. And so it's all shaping up. It's all shaping up.
Yeah, definitely. Like, just a little bit more about the 19 Crimes wine. Yeah, basically, if you scan the bottles, they tell the story, because it's all focused about convicts actually coming over to my side of the world of Australia, and yeah, basically you scan the bottle, or you get yourself a bottle, scan the labels, and you can actually hear the story of these convicts being told to you on your phone. So it's 19 Crimes wine. So if you want to Google it or see it in your local supermarket, check it out.
And I remember even like QR codes just 5 years ago. Everyone's like, "What's that?
Yeah, what's this?
What? Yeah, what's that little like checkerboard for?" And now
That's
I mean,
it. And they're everywhere.
You use it for menus. You're physically in a restaurant, but they have a menu by scanning a QR code. And I remember you used to have to download an app just to get it to read the QR code. And then Apple implemented, and not probably Android as well. I'm sure they did. But
yeah,
with Apple, you would just put your, as if you're taking a picture, and just hover right over the QR code, and then a little link pops up, and you click it, and now you don't even have to worry about any barriers to people using it, because everybody's got that smartphone, and they know how to take a picture. So I would imagine the same thing is happening with all of these technologies, whatever ones are going to stick, at least.
Yeah, that's it. Like, it's all just a matter of time, isn't it? So before we know it, say we'll be in the VeVeverse, say playing around with all our collectibles, or we'll be all walking around with Apple or Meta's glasses or headsets, or immersed in some kind of universe. It just seems to be the way that that the world is trending.
Yeah, and a company we've never heard of, I'm sure, will come out with really cool glasses or a really cool piece of hardware, because that's also what we're waiting for, right? Is the hardware to catch up.
That's right.
That's always the other piece of it. The software is being built, and the hardware is being built, but we haven't seen like a reliable piece of hardware for what is coming. But now with Apple, it looks really promising, and yeah, we'll just see when all this starts coming out. And I think different metaverses will be just as common as websites. So it's a big buzz thing right now, but I think in 10, 15, 20 years, it's going to be as common as you going to a website is another portal of the metaverse. So
definitely. All right, well, let's we've got about half an hour left before I got to start closing up the space. Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk a little bit of VeVe drops. So who's going for the Amazing Spider-Man number 15 drop coming out or later on this afternoon my time? I'm guessing early morning everyone else's time. The FA Craven. So who's going for it? I'm going for it. So Dyno, you going for it?
I'm not, but I'm not a very good person to talk to about that, because I've just been kind of off a lot of drops lately. Been very, very, very selective.
Yeah, I mean, me the same. No, I'm very choosy with my drops as well. But I believe this Craven comic is considered a key. Like, FA Craven is like, a big book in the real world. I think a 9. I've only got the free version, but I think a 9.6 was going for about 37K. So it's definitely got some real life value to it. And also there's a lot of projects involving Craven coming up in the works as well, because you've got the movie coming out in August of next year, I believe, and also Craven's apparently a big antagonist in the new Spider-Man game. What about you, Hinano? Are you going for it, or Shadow?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going for it. But as Joe said, collect what you love. I'm a comic book collector, so I'm definitely going to go for that. If I get the secret rare, I'm going to flip it. Not going to lie.
Oh, definitely.
I've been collecting just basically commons and uncommons. And yes, Joe, I love the uncommons, and they're real. You can also get those in real life. But yeah, so I'm going to go for the drop, and if I get something high rare, I'm going to sell it and just go for the common and uncommon.
Yeah, that's my plan as well. Like, I'm going to go for at least one on the drop, and then if I land the SR, I'm definitely flipping that. But if I get the ultra rare, I'll probably end up keeping it. Yeah. What about you, Shadow? Are you going for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go for it. I hope I can grab one. I feel like that would be cool. I haven't been going for that many recently, to be honest. I've been doing the same. Hinano's been doing. I've been going for commons, uncommons, because there's a lot of undervalued ones I feel that are steals. So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, no, that's a good move.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you guys, did you guys
Yeah, mate.
grab the Monopoly guy? Like
The grin? No. I didn't go for it.
I see D went for it. I didn't go for it either. So like I was gonna go for it, but then I forgot because I was at work. So I got carried away. But yeah. I think they said that like there's gonna be like the people with the gold logo or a VeVe logo, we're gonna be able to attend like a VeVe party or after party. And also if you grab one of those Monopoly guys, you got like an automatic invite. So
yeah, well,
cool.
Well, that's what it says here on the on the description. I'm just reading it now. It says purchase any one of the Morgan's Grin Series 1 collectibles via blind box to receive an invite to the VeVe party celebrating New York Comic Con on the 12th.
Yeah, I wonder. I feel like that might have been for only the people who minted it. I'm assuming that sounds right.
Yeah, but it says purchase any one. So yeah, so I'm guessing you've got to mint it.
Yeah, so I missed out.
Yeah, I mean,
it's cool that they're doing that though.
But then that goes back to our point again about utility, doesn't it? Like saying like offering little things like this is giving the people that extra incentive to go for it. But me personally, it doesn't do me any good because I'm out here in the UK. But for someone who's going to New York Comic Con or someone who's in the area, it gives that little bit more incentive for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know if I'll be going to that one. So like I know I'm gonna be going to New York Comic Con, but I don't know if they'll be able to get me into that VeVe party. I would love to, but we'll see what happens. I really want to like record a lot of footage and like just like so everyone can see on the timeline and share with others because I know that not that many people are gonna be here in New York.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, make sure you're following Shadow because that sounds cool. I'm gonna be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Who's on the other side of the country that can't make it.
And what else we got? We also got the Disney Dracula comic coming up as well, which was kind of cool. I mean, like I do like the artwork on it. Oh, come on.
Hinano does not.
No, not a fan.
He put thumbs down.
No, Hinano, you don't like it?
No.
That's just flat out no. It's a thumbs down. But I'd be curious to know what Dokta Strange thinks of it, considering Dokta Strange just jumped in. So thanks for dropping in, mate. I'm looking forward to a Stack and Slack video if you do have one in the works. But me personally, I haven't been going for any of the Disney comics, so I'm going to give it a miss. But I mean, it's supposedly based on their little version of Dracula, so could be a fun read. I'm sure the commons will be probably disrespected, so you'll probably be able to pick it up for a reasonable price. But I think that's about it. Or like drop wise, I mean, we had the Spider-Man number 209, the first appearance of Calypso. That's the only other comic we've had drop recently. It's been kind of slow on the comic front at the moment. Anybody go for that one? I missed it.
I bought a common and uncommon in the market, but I've been like you guys. I haven't really been going for any drops, and I've been very selective. In fact, I've been selling things that I could sell or can sell for a profit, and I've just been holding gems.
Yeah, I think that might be the safe bet, considering like they might come out with something big like coming into New York Comic Con.
Exactly. I mean, we're a week away.
Yeah, week away.
Yeah, and they always have 5-6 drops in a row.
Yep.
And there's got to be at least one or two in there that most people will want.
But you figure
What's up, Doc?
in 2 weeks' time,
Doctor?
It'll get disrespected, and we'll be able to buy it cheaper.
Exactly, because that's the cycle. That's what always happens. Yeah.
Exactly.
How are you, Doctor? Thanks for dropping in, mate. How's things?
Hey, man.
What's up, brother?
Appreciate you pulling me up. Appreciate you always doing the space as always. Shout out everybody here in attendance. Yeah, man. Just checking out the convo. About to pass out in a little bit, man. I've just been going at it all night. Tussling back and forth, talking with
Yep.
John G, Jags man, Daniel Marquez. Yeah, man. I'm throwing a little raffle shindig tomorrow night, man. So I hope everybody comes through. I literally just tweeted it out. So that's why I'm still up on the late night. But yeah, man, gonna be raffling off some slab comics. It's all about Dr. Khan. It's kind of like a fundraiser, but I don't want to do a fundraiser. I kind of want to make it fun and give people something back out of my collection. So I got 2 CGC 9.8s available. So one is going to be Hulk #1 Peach Momoko, and the other one is a 9.8 of ASM 15 Scotty Young variant. So yeah, Scotty and Peach.
Scotty and Peach. It's like, damn.
Yeah, man. Perfect copies. So yeah, man, let's have some fun. And so yeah, man, I hope Oz can come through. I hope everybody, everybody's welcome, man. I'm gonna try and definitely I'm gonna throw the link in the chat, but I'm gonna try and send to as many of you, DM wise that I can. Hop on, chop it up, man. I'm trying to, figure out what the hell's going on for Comic-Con, like, chop it up, man. See what you guys think.
Yeah, definitely. So this will be a live stream, yeah?
Yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard tomorrow, man.
All right, sweet. Yeah, well, if I can, I will definitely definitely jump on.
All right, that sounds good, man. Hinano.
Yeah, Hinano, you got your hand up, mate?
Yeah, I was going to try to volunteer my wife to help you, Doc. D, can you help the Doc with his raffle?
Hey.
Why don't you come up? She's probably going to run in this room and hit me in the head.
Yeah. It's like, did you just try and pimp your wife?
Not pimp, volunteer.
That's a new MTV series, Pimp Your Wife.
That's it.
Hey, Doc. So, that's probably 3:00 my time. I can probably kind of turn up for an hour and a half after work, but just send me the link. I'll come up.
I bet, man. You got it. Do appreciate you. Yeah, man. I might need D to conduct the wheel of names. Somebody got to do that. It can't be me. When we do the actual.
There you go. Well, we got D up at the stage now. You can ask yourself.
Hey, D, what you doing?
About smacking Hinano around the head, probably.
Hey, fellas. Well, I'm usually the one calling people out, but if someone calls me out, I'm down.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just got to show up.
The deal's done, Doc. My work is done. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
That's it. Run.
Yeah. So I think Hinano said that's 3 p.m. our time. Yeah. So I'll hop in and do what I can to help you, brother.
I appreciate you. Definitely. So for the one tomorrow won't be too much needed, but definitely I want you to help out with the wheel of names, or like if we do a race or something, I might have to have Mo Nose come in and do the duck race call, or something. We gotta figure something out.
Yeah. He kills at those things.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it fun, man.
That was good fun when he did the live the horse racing when we did Shawnee Pooh's live stream. That was really cool.
Yeah. That is. I was thinking about having him do the photo finish horses, but the problem is they have attributes and stuff, so we can't really see that before. So it has to be something totally random.
Yeah, cool. All right, guys. Well, just to give everyone a bit of fair warning, I've got about 15 minutes before I got to start wrapping this space up. But just want to say a quick thank you to everybody who's been listening the whole time, or anyone who's just popping in. So always appreciate you just taking a moment out of your day to come chill with us. I just want to say a big thank you to our listeners who've been listening the whole way through. I see Pulpy, O Squad, Clever Jerk, Informant, BE, VeVe, ODB Heart. I know. I'm sorry if I butcher some of these. Got Drew, Invisible Digital, say Heart Skull.
Call me Daily Burn, man.
Oh, Daily Burn. So I do apologize, Ollie Daily Burn. Say thank you so much for taking the time to chill with us. Much appreciated. And also Fro. So always a pleasure, mate. Shadow, Hinano, D, Dokta, Dyno. Just just a big thank you to everybody. So because it's you guys are what make these spaces possible. And also, if anyone's been listening in the background wants to come up and say hi, say that the space is always open to everybody. It's a safe space, free space. So we always welcome everybody up to the stage. Yeah, Shadow.
Thank you, Oz, for always holding these spaces. I just wanted to add a question to y'all. Like, how dope would it be, like, if you know how Spider-Man 2 is dropping this month? How dope would it be if they dropped an NFT that has to do with the Spider-Man game and you could get like a skin or something? That would just be awesome. Like, you know how there's like different skins in the game? Like, that would be so cool.
Yeah, I would definitely be down with that.
But yeah, thank you, Oz, for hosting these. This is like one of the spaces that I usually join like every week. Like, I try not to miss these.
No, well, thank you, Shadow. Like I really do appreciate that, and like I said, I try and stay as consistent as we possibly can. There's also with the help of my co-host Dyno as well. It's always a big thank you for Dyno for taking the time to help co-host these as well. This is kind of our thing. But yeah, like I said, like so as long as everyone keeps listening, so we'll keep going.
Okay. Yeah, real quick. I see Popey down there. Hey, brother. Want to let you know that we got the package from My Collectables. It's been repackaged, and we're gonna send it out to you either tomorrow or Friday, but it'll get sent out soon.
Tomorrow.
The boss said tomorrow, Popey.
The boss has spoken.
That's it. Cool. So if you get a chance, I'm definitely jump onto Dokta Strange's live stream. So let's try and support him best we can. And sounds like a lot of cool giveaways. I mean, my ears definitely perked up at the words of Peach Momoko and Scotty Young. So yeah, I'd definitely be interested in that one.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. It started off not even that, man. It was like I had the Scotty, but then I had a Spider-Man Edge of Spider-Verse joint that I think people would have liked too, but I talked to my man Squad and he said, nah, man, you gotta step it up, man. You gotta step it up. You gotta get into the stash. So I went to the stash and all of a sudden the Peach appeared in the, you know what I'm saying? And I just held it up in the air like, I hate to let these go, but I gotta sacrifice, man. It's been a lot going on lately. Just moved back to New York. Had no plans to really even go to Comic-Con. I mean, if people had my bank account, they would definitely not be thinking about doing it. So, tickets kind of fell in my lap out of nowhere. Had VeVe fam telling me they got me, some people got logos, some people got Grin Mogul stuff, so that people have extra +1s and stuff, and they're like, "You'll come through." So kind of caught me off guard. I'm not really ready for it. If you go on my channel, you can see I was there last year. I interviewed Dan. But the sound quality wasn't the best. The phone was working, good quality, but I need one of those little mics, you know what I'm saying? Like Chris Coffey be using, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody that. And then, man, I need a little help from the fam. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's like, I don't want to do donations. I don't want to do a fundraiser. I want to give something back, make it a little fun. It's Comic-Con season. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that was the idea behind it.
Hey, make sure to drop your links tomorrow as well for your affiliates and everything else. Let's get the whole round mile here for this.
Yes, well, I've just retweeted it, so I think we've got it pinned to our space as well. So yeah, we'll try and get as much awareness out there as we possibly can.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you all. Let's definitely do it, man. Let's get it. And even if people miss the live stream, all the details will be in the description on how to enter. Pretty much, it's all there, man. So just want to come through, have a good time, chop it up. Let's do it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's one thing I love about this space as well, is so the community lab. We can all like, rally together and like behind like, a certain project and try and help each other out. I mean, like this community just continues to surprise me every day. So I love it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Even I gotta say, even like VeVe Discord, some mods in there. It's been real supportive. Been in there a couple weeks, corralling you guys over as much as I can. Because I think big things are gonna come from being active over there. It's kind of like an MCP situation where it's like, and it's even better than that because you don't have to buy anything to accumulate the points. But I could see some sort of integration happening because, I've always seen the Discord logo on the VeVe website, little hints like that. So it's like one of those things where, they'll reward people for being early when things were, not as big, you know what I'm saying? But if we all believe in the project and think it's going to blow up one day, then, all the early people are going to be rewarded. And that's, I guess, the premise of MCP too, right? At some point. So.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's a great point, Doc, is just being active during this time. I mean, like at least for me to be participating this whole time through a bear market, like getting to know all you amazing people and just being turned on to this community, just super, super talented community, diverse from all around the world, all these different skills and creative talents that you guys share with us. So yeah, like if you guys aren't following Dokta Strange, do it. If you aren't following Real Uncommon Podcast, do it. I mean, Omi Daily Burn, like these guys are dedicating their time and effort and their talent to contribute to the overall experience of the space. And just to personally get to talk to you guys, man, I mean, you really see, like, you can tell you're amazing people through your work, but when you actually have a conversation, it's so much deeper than that. So I think all the time that you guys are putting in right now, it's going to really, really, it's already paying off in just the engagement that we get from each other, but it's really going to pay off in the future when people come here and they see, man, this person's been at it for 3 years, faithfully doing it through good times and bad times. So yeah, I mean, I'll definitely be at least in the chat tomorrow. I'll try to come on camera. It's not always easy for me, but I'll definitely be in the chat. And yeah, just keep it up. Have fun at Comic-Con too. I know Shadow's going to be there too, so you guys can link up. Yeah, have fun. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, jealous. I'd love to go to New York Comic Con.
Yeah, have a good time, guys. I hear My Collectables and also VeVe Vibes is heading up there as well. I know Sanjay, he's always good with those parties. I'm sure he's going to throw a party too. So have a great time, you guys.
Yeah. Sorry, Dee, did you want to just say something? Can you throw your hand up, or are you just pushing the button again?
No, I wanted to kind of reiterate on people supporting each other. Even if you don't have your channel, like a dedicated channel, and you're just posting stuff daily and just being supportive of other people, yeah, let's just all keep that going. Whether or not you're a content creator, you're big, you're small, whatever, let's just support one another.
Yeah, true that. All right, guys. Well, let's say I got to start wrapping up the space. Did anybody have any final words, or they want to close the space out with? If anyone been listening in the background and wants to come up and say hi and say a few words, you're more than welcome to. Just because it's coming up on 6 o'clock in the morning here in the UK, and I got to start getting the kids are going to start kicking around. My kids were actually kicking around about an hour ago. I thought they were going to come and rug my space, but they went back to bed. Thank you very much. So So yeah, so if anyone wants to leave with some final words or come up to the stage, please do so.
Have a good night, everyone. Thank you, Osman, Dyno, all the speakers, all the listeners, and yeah, let's go eat some tacos. Oh
yeah, sorry. Just to go back to what Dyno's question about tacos, like, because I said we did taco nights with the family, and we used the hard shell tortillas, the hard shell tacos. Not my favorite because all they do is they just make a mess, and the kids usually just pull them apart and just eat the shells and nothing else. I'm more of a fan of the mini tortillas, the soft tacos.
I have no idea where these mythical tacos that Dee's speaking of, because we don't have no tacos in this house. This is a
I
cheese,
ate it all.
Oh, you ate all the tacos? Okay.
That's
You know,
that's
she bought me a salad, and you know, God bless you, by the way, for buying me dinner. But I got a salad, and she got tacos. So
Well,
I see where we are.
Salad earlier.
Yeah, it was in your taco, right?
That's it. She's probably thinking like, just be grateful I bought you dinner.
What are you trying to sell? What are you trying to tell me? Buying me a salad for dinner?
Okay, tomorrow, Taco Thursdays, okay?
Taco Thursday.
Oh, I'm
Excellent.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna get in trouble. Have a good night, you guys. Thanks for holding a good space as usual, and it's good to see everyone down below. I see Fro, I see Squad, Empax, what's up? Informant, OBD, Tommy, Clever Jerk, and it's like can't read your other ones, but to everyone else as well, thank you so much. Appreciate you all.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said before, I appreciate everybody taking the time out of their day to come and chill with us. Excuse me. Yeah, Dyno, did you want to leave us with anything before I start closing out?
Yeah, just what I always say. Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Everybody that came up and spoke. This truly is the pleasure of doing stuff like this, is to get to know you guys. So appreciate everybody who came up and spoke. And you know, if you've never come up before, I mean, this is the space to do it. I mean, this is where I first started speaking. This is one of the only places that I feel comfortable. These people are awesome, and I would encourage you to get to know them just as I have. And yeah, part of the fam. But regardless, thank you for listening. And like I said, be sure to support the people who are out there making content. And like Dee said, you know, even if you're not a content creator, but you're just an active member of the community, you're going to be paid off in interactions with people, friendships. I mean, the amazing family that the VeVe fam is. It definitely is worthwhile. So that's at least what I found. So yeah, looking forward to next week. Osman's not going to be with us, but I'll be hosting next episode on Wednesday. But yeah, be sure to tune into WebV weekends and yeah, all the things that WebV members are doing.
That's it. So just for those who aren't familiar with or don't know what it is, these WebV Wednesdays episodes and WebV Weekends is brought to you by the WebV Collective. The WebV Collective is basically just a collectors group where we all came together and just wanted to create a space where we could share our love of collecting, whether that be physical, digital, Marvel, Cryptoys, say Palm, DC, and any sort of fandom that you're sort of into, like, you know. Also, we've got a couple of our members in here with us tonight. Like, you know, myself, I'm actually the president of our little collectors group. Dyno, Hinano and Dee from the Real Uncommon podcast, Dokta Strange, Fro, even BE Informants. We're all part of WebV Collective. I consider anybody who joins our Discord a member of the WebV Collective. So if that's something that you're interested in and want to know a little bit more about, or you just want to come hang out with us in our Discord space, just drop us a DM or myself or Dyno or Hinano and Dee, and we'll get you involved with the Discord. It's more or less just a space where we just share our collections, whether that be pictures of food, a good one for Dee. So pictures of food, music, film, travel. Got a thread for everything. So it's just nice sort of chill out space where we sort of get to know each other and just somewhere to chill. But on that note, I'm going to start closing things out. So again, a big thank you to everybody who's taken the time to stay with us for this episode, and for taking time out of their busy day to come chill with us. I just want to say a big shout out to the WebV Collective and all our members, which include the Real Uncommon Podcast, My Collectables, K Collections, Evolve Collects, I can say this now, the artist formerly known as VeVe Investments, who is now rebranded to Collectors Gone Digital. We've got Double Quill, Chris Severs with their individual blogs, VeVe Arcade with his Light Parade collection and his show that he normally does on Sundays. Dokta Strange with all things strange with his Stack and Slack videos, and also please, if you can, support his live stream coming up very, very soon. So links will be in the description below. We've got Three Biggest Bro with the bare minimum. Shawnee Poo from who's doing a Shawnee Poo tube, and again, big happy birthday to Shawnee Poo, who had his birthday come Monday. And also we also have Devon Rach from the Open Minds Collective as well, but they've been sort of been on the download lately because they just had a little one, so they're off playing parents. So that's it from me. So you can find the oh yeah, sorry, D, you got one more?
Also Informant and
oh yes, I got to add that to my list.
Skin and Bones.
That's it. Sorry, and Informant and Skin and Bones. So I'll have to add that to my list. Sorry. And yeah, again, this you can find the replay for these on the VeVe Collectives YouTube channel. Just in case you want to listen back, or with some information there you thought was interesting you missed. That's all available on the VeVe Collectives YouTube channel, along with VeVe Weekends, and also Relax and Read, which is my own little venture in doing live readings of some of the comic books that we have on VeVe. So check that out. Give us a like, give us a comment, and if there's anything you want me to have a crack at reading, and the last one we did was Web of Spider-Man number 118, which was the FA of Scarlet Spider. Please feel free to check that out. So okay, I'm gonna have to end the space. So this has been VeVe Wednesdays episode 28. So we're nearly up to episode 30. I've been your host, Osman Collect 63. I want to say a big thank you to my co-host Dyno for again taking the time to help me make these spaces possible. I can't honestly, I can't do it without you. Big thank you to everyone who's been listening, everyone who spoke, Hinano, Shadow, D, Dokta. Again, yeah, big thank you from myself. And like I said, it's you guys that make these spaces what they are. And so as long as you keep listening, we'll keep having them.
Thanks, everybody. Catch you next time.
All right. Take care, everyone. Have a good one. And we'll talk more soon.
Bye.
All right. Bye, everyone.